personally thank the Lubbock Economic Development Alliance for their continued support. And I also want to thank our Innovation Hub mentors for being an integral part of the development of the teams that are graduating today. Some quick highlights for today's agenda. We will hear welcoming remarks from Mayor Pope and Dr. Heppert, the Vice President of Research and Innovation. We will have the team presentation. We'll have mentor awards, elevator pitches for the 2021 cohort, and closing remarks from Lita today. So I'm super excited about everything that culminates in this hour-and-a-half presentation. Thousands and thousands of hours of really, really hard work went into the development of the success in the launch of these startups today. And thousands of hours will go into the work of the incoming teams. We love this event because it provides some perspective on the journey that a startup goes through here at Texas Tech. And it also provides some insights for this incoming cohort to get a chance to learn some of the lessons learned from the current cohort. So thank you all for being here. We're really, really excited for today. And I'd like to welcome Mayor Dan Pope. He's an entrepreneur himself who serves as a member of the Texas Tech Research Park Board. He's passionate about helping our entrepreneurs. He's traveling today, so instead he created a video so he could share his thoughts. Keisha, please roll the video.
I'm Lubbock Mayor Dan Pope. Happy Friday. I'm sorry I can't be with you live today, but I wanted to congratulate the graduating class of the Accelerator program and welcome the new cohort. So innovation and entrepreneurship are critical to our community. Good ideas turn into businesses. Businesses hire people. Businesses make profits that they're able to reinvest in the community. People that work for businesses buy houses, they buy cars. It's good for our community. It's good for the individuals. It's good for Texas Tech. It's good for the entire ecosystem. So the work you're doing is important. As an entrepreneur myself who started and ran a small business for 20 years, I know what you're going through. Stay the course. It's not easy. There'll be days when you want to throw the towel in, when you want to lock the door and say, I'm done. I promise you, there are better days in your future. The City of Lubbock, along with the Lubbock Economic Development Alliance, are big supporters of the work at Texas Tech Innovation Hub. Kimberly Graham and her team lead the way. It is critical for Lubbock and the region to parlay, to leverage the great ideas, the talent, like those that are represented in these cohorts. Dream no small dream. Thank you for what you're doing. If I can help you, let me know. Godspeed to all of you. And it's a great day in Lubbock, Texas.
If we were in person, I would say applaud the mayor. Thank you, Mayor. We love having you as one of our great champions for entrepreneurs and innovators. We always appreciate your time and know how busy you are. So next, Dr. Heppert is my fearless leader. He is the Vice President of Research and Innovation. He's a champion for the Innovation Hub, and I can't thank him enough for being here and sharing his thoughts regarding today's events. So, Dr. Heppert?
Well, thanks very much. It's going to be very, very difficult to follow Mayor Pope. He's always so inspiring. Welcome to all of you. Congratulations to those who are graduating this year, and congratulations to those who are just beginning this journey. This is, I know this is an exciting time for you, and it's going to, I'm sure, stoke your passion for innovation. Kim's and her team's enthusiasm and knowledge base, the opportunity you have to interact with mentors who are real entrepreneurs and real contributors to the economy of the community is going to be infectious and really, really exciting for you. So congratulations to everyone. A few words about the innovation ecosystem at Texas Tech University. I think, first of all, I'm so proud of the fact that we not only engage individuals from inside of our university community with technologies that are coming out of Texas Tech and helping get those out to the real world, which is incredibly important. The American public invests, and the public of the state of Texas invests so much in us and so much in our ability to generate novel technology that can benefit society, that we're excited to be partners in trying to get some of that out and translated so it can benefit people's lives. So that's the first thing I would say. The second thing I'm really honored by is the fact that we've had such wonderful community partners who have a vision not only for this happening from the university, but also embracing opportunities from individuals with great ideas from the community to come and use the resources that we've tried to develop for our community on behalf of the entire Lubbock population. So I'm just floored by the fact that we do this. I think that there are many other accelerators and innovation programs across the country which are much more inward looking, but I'm proud that Texas Tech, at least in a small way, is able to provide this kind of service to the whole community. One of the things that I always tell people is if you look at Texas Tech's strategic plan through 2025, the third pillar, which is not third because it's the least important, but it's third, one of the three pillars, because it is something we consider to be a critical function of the university, is to engage individuals in the community with some of the skills, some of the resources and expertise that we can bring. We're part of this community, and addressing the problems and ensuring the success and vitality of the community is incredibly important to us. As a public research university, and the only one in this entire region major one in this entire region of the state, this is a critical function for us, okay, to support the communities that rely on us, not just through creating wonderful talent and educating citizens to go out and join the workforce, but also to improve access to healthcare, to improve the vitality and economic success of this community and also nearby communities, to invest in people's lives in other ways through education, through the resources that we can bring to help communities. I think this program is an example of that I'm extremely proud of. And again, I would say that if you look at Texas Tech and compare it with many of its peer institutions, both within the state and across the country, I think we outcompete many institutions in the quality and the impact of what we're able to bring. And that is because of dedicated individuals like the folks who are in this cohort, both the graduating cohort and the new cohort, but it's also because of the talent and commitment of the team that works with you over at the Hub. So once again, I want to say congratulations. You, whether you have in the past had a formal connection to Texas Tech University or not, you will now always have a formal connection to Texas Tech University. You're in our DNA now. I hope we're in your DNA as well. And I'm just so proud and so pleased for all of you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Heppert. Couldn't have said that better. I totally agree with you. And I know that our extended team is the champion the champions, our cornerstone of our programming is our mentors, and they do so much work. And I'm sure you're going to hear about a lot of that in some of today's presentations, because we really do appreciate the work that they do on behalf of our teams. All right, so let's get to the presentations. I would ask that if you have any comments about what you're hearing in today's presentation, we're going to try to stay on time. We've got a lot to cover, but would love for you to use the chat or the little emojis to show your enthusiasm for these teams. Clearly, they've been through a lot over the course of a year, and I don't know that 6 or 7 minutes can really say as much as they'd like to say, but certainly those of you who have watched the development of each one of these entrepreneurs along the way, please feel free to comment and share your enthusiasm for them. So today, this is the order of the Cohort 4's presentations. We'll start with Campus Live. The CEO is Marcus Pauda, Captivist, Joyous, Critical, Mateus, Goodline Beer, Sean and Chris, COS Invention, Jennifer, and TheraPoint Sierra. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and move into Captivist. Captivist is an app providing customers detailed information and analysis of social and environmental impact to make informed purchasing decisions pertaining to the quality, environmental, sociological, and health of a product. The mentors on this team are Stephen High, Daryl Guthrie, Alejandra Marin, Mike Ryan, and Sandra Ryan. Joyous, please take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Joyous Njoku, and I'm the CEO and founder of Captivist. I'm going to get this video started real quick. But like I said, my name is Joyous Njoku, and I'm a senior here at Texas Tech University studying supply chain management. I'm actually graduating this May. And I've been a peer educator for the past 3 years. I was also the president of the peer educators organization 2 years ago. A bunch of other things I've done on campus. Really love the work I do on campus. And I've also been a conscious consumer for the past 7 years. And I've been creating Captivist, a company that supports conscious consumers in the marketplace, which provides ethical information, environmental information, food and label and ingredient information breakdown at the point of real-time purchasing decisions. There's a demo playing on the right of what we are doing in June, or what should be ready in June. But our company major takeaways and accomplishments include a customer development model in the accelerator program. I learned a lot about the customer development model. The accelerator program team in general has focused us a lot on solving problems for customers and like finding a customer instead of building a product, just that we think is important. And that goes along with product market fit. Actually making something that someone wants and not just what I think that people want. It's really helped me gain a lot of empathy as a company and as a company owner or a business owner. And our major accomplishments right now include starting Captivist in last March at the beginning of the accelerator program. And we spoke to over 120 customers within the past year using the regional I-Corps customer development model. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, we've also developed a very strong business model to actually be successful in selling whenever we actually launch. Very excited, truly very excited about our launch. And we also got the President's Innovation Award, $10,000 this past February. Excited about that too. And then our milestones to date include, I actually pitched this idea back in October 2019 at a Red Raider startup workshop, really not having any sort of goal or like understanding of what I was saying. I just knew that this is something that I really wanted to work on. And in hindsight, like what I've created now is completely different from what I first spat out in October 2019 at this Red Raider startup workshop. And we also applied, or like I got a lot of resources from the Innovation Hub and started working on getting more funding and like education from the accelerator program, or like the innovation hub in general. Just really wanted to get into the ecosystem. Joined the iLaunch competition February 2020, and we were a top 10 finalists for that. This last year, we were accepted into the Accelerator Cohort, what the new cohort members are doing right now. We also developed a prototype back in September 2020 to communicate what our goal is for Captivus, the mobile application. And we also completed the regional I-Core program, and we have currently 120 customer interviews to date. People mostly aged between 18 and 35, but we're about to start a new customer discovery interview process with parents and primary household shoppers, so I'm excited about that. But, and then the President's Innovation Award. So where we are right now is we've developed a prototype. We also have a landing page or a marketing email campaign that we're about to start in a few weeks. And we have a countdown coming soon for the creation of our website application. In about a month, you'll be able to go to captivustheapp.com and buy like a $8.99 subscription to Captivus for 3 months. And in that subscription, you'll have access to a social media account, lifestyle guides, recipes, and a bunch of other ethical and environmental information from Captivus. We have a lot of goals when it comes to getting suppliers onto the app and actually ranking them. That's another part of the business, one of the next steps that we want to take in the next few months, as well as just gaining momentum on the mobile app in the summer once we launch the mobile app. But right now we have a website. And then the 3 nuggets of wisdom that I wanted to relay onto cohort 5 is really develop your communication skills within the next year as you're working on a startup. I found that like the reason why a startup could fail, or like every startup is different. But one of the huge reasons is not being on the same page with the team, or like not communicating effectively to actually get the work that needs to get done. I made this image for a project that I'm working on for Captivus right now, but it just explains what like a kind of a communication channel or what communication could look like, and it just talks about knowing that there's people coming into a conversation with 2 different fields of experiences. So like a business person can be very business minded while working with a technical person who's very technical minded, and just being aware that we need to create a shared pool of meaning when we're discussing things for the company and working on things for the company. So communication skills, very, very needed for a startup. And then your team and company is going to evolve and grow. If you've been following my time in the accelerator program within the past year, there was a moment there that we were really close to like kind of falling out of the program just because there was a lot of team issues going on. But just like your company's supposed to grow and pivot, your team is going to change and grow, and hopefully evolve for the better. And my last nugget is pivot like you're paid to. Like truly be aware of like how you can make money now, and you will get paid when you actually do pivot. If you have a good, strong value proposition, you can make a bunch of products and services that support your company vision and support your product vision and like your end goal. You can get money now for your idea, even though it's not in its end goal. It's always going to change. And yeah, but thank you. I wanted to say a thank you to the Lubbock Economic Development Alliance, as well as the City of Lubbock. Truly appreciative of all the resources that I've gained. And I'm, yeah. People like you're paid to. And thank you to the Innovation Hub leadership team, as well as the accelerator mentors for my cohort, or for my group: Stephen High, Alejandra Marin, Mike Ryan, Sandra Ryan, and Daryl Guthrie. Huge impact. No, like I would not be where I am right now in Captivus without the mentor meetings. Would not be where I am right now without the Captivus the mentor meetings. And my friends and families, thank you so much, everyone. Truly appreciative of this program and this time. Unforgettable. Truly, thank you. And that's my presentation.
Thank you, Joyous. I know that you have grown so much through this program, and I hope that along with the other experiences you mentioned earlier, that this is this is transformational for you. I've seen that in you, and I'm so proud of where you've come from and where you are today. And I have really high hopes for you and your startup. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
next
you.
up is Critical. This is an app solution that provides a stress-saving platform for professors with tools to promote academic success for students. The mentors of this team are Todd Knowlton, Mike Ryan, Preston Wickersham, Jordy Mormon, and Tim Dallas. Mateus, please take it away.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Let me reset my timer. So hey everyone, my name is Mateus Pagatti. I'm the CEO and founder of Critical. And with me today is Pedro Marafiotti, who's our COO and co-founder. And we can't wait to share our journey with you today with our company Critical. So the early days were, the original idea for Critical was completely different than what we have today. I had a very poor first semester in college, and I wanted to create an app to help students better organize themselves in college. So I approached the Innovation Hub. I talked to Miss Williams and Miss Waldo almost 5 years ago. It's been a long time. And it's just been an incredible journey. We participate in most of the Innovation Hub programs, met a lot of awesome people. And since day one, the accelerator has been our #1 dream. I sat down one day and I said, one of my goals for college is going to be to graduate from the accelerator. It's always been a dream of ours. Matter of fact, we applied 4 separate times to the accelerator before we were invited to pitch. Every year we weren't accepted. We accepted the situation, asked for feedback, and then tried to improve for the future. So we're very grateful to be here today. When we came in here, we were just 3 unaware, innocent college students. And today we are more professional. We understand a little bit more of what it is to be an entrepreneur. And we're so grateful to have this opportunity to participate in such an amazing program. So throughout our journey, there were some incredible things. We achieved some incredible milestones. But at the same time, there were some high days, some happy days. There were also some days where we weren't so efficient and a little bit slow. And I would like to talk a little bit things that I noticed throughout my journey. So the first thing is just be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, you can argue that the unknown or the uncertainty is a synonym to entrepreneurship. As an entrepreneur, things change really quickly and they change very, very frequently. So as Joyce mentioned, you're going to be adapting and pivoting a lot. For instance, there's going to be times where you don't want to do something, but as someone working in a startup, you do a lot of different things. You're the marketing guy, you do sales, you do everything. So there's a lot of different things that you learn. And a lot of those things you don't know yet. So just be uncomfortable with not knowing. It's a part of the process of this entrepreneurial journey. Don't be scared because you don't know what's going on or you don't know what's going on next week. Just accept the situation and try to adapt and pivot as you move along. Another thing is don't be hard on yourself. And this is something that I've been trying to work a lot throughout this time. You need to be your best teammate. For instance, an example with myself is lately, for some reason, I've been struggling to make cold calls. Every time I try to pick up the phone, I struggle and I can't do it. So I would just sit there and say, Mateus, you're a terrible CEO. Why are you doing this? You can't even make calls. Why are you even cut out to be the CEO of this team? And while I was just sitting there, beating myself up, thinking these negative thoughts, I really wasn't going anywhere. I was just sitting down on a negative state of mind and not accomplishing anything. So you need to be your best teammate. You need to push yourself during those negative days. You know, something that my mom says to me a lot is don't let the past define you. The past is not what defines you. The past is what pushes you. So just because I didn't make cold calls, that doesn't make me a bad CEO. But because I didn't make those cold calls, I need to push myself to do it in the future. So just remember to be your best teammate and pull yourself up during those days you're not so happy. So a little bit of advice, and I know you're thinking, who is this 23-year-old guy giving me advice? What does he know? And I know I don't know a lot, but I did learn a couple of things throughout this time in the accelerator. And the #1 thing is be persistent. yes, like Mayor Pope said earlier, there will be times where you're not going to be so happy. You're going to be a little upset and things that are going on. Just keep in mind your end goal and why you started doing this and why you're here. One thing that people confuse a lot is just because they made a mistake, they think they're a failure. And I'm telling you right now, you will make a lot of mistakes, whether they are big mistakes, small mistakes, they will happen. But mistakes are a part of success. You know, how many successful people do you know that had never made a mistake? Zero. Everyone makes mistakes to be successful. Making mistakes gives you a chance to learn how to improve. And a lot of people just say, oh, just because I made a mistake, it's time to go. I'm not cut out to do this. It's part of it. Just because you make a mistake doesn't make you a failure. You're only a failure if you make a mistake and then you quit and then you leave. That's when you become a failure. And then the last thing, and guys, if there's one thing you can take away from this presentation today, please let it be this one, and it's listen to your mentors. Your mentors are your best friends. Your mentors are your partners. They are going to be your role models. They are here for a reason, and the only reason is to help you improve and to help you be better. And I can guarantee you right now, there will be times where you might hear something that you might not like, that you're going to be a little bit upset. And my answer is, honesty is the best way for you to see what's going on and see where you can improve. And you will hear things where you can improve, receive some constructive criticism. Please accept that. Please take it. These mentors, they've been doing this for years. They do it for a living. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. And their only reason to be here is to help you. And if you keep a clear line of communication with your mentors, you talk to them and you're honest, they will be honest back. And I can guarantee you by the end of this program, you see the incredible growth and progress that you got together. And once again, I really wanted to thank Innovation Hub, LIDA, Lubbock, Texas Tech. It's sometimes I think to myself, I sit here and I think, I'm just a 23-year-old undergraduate student. I'm financially dependent, but look at the amounts I was able to accomplish with the support of the community around me. So my mentors, you guys are here every day. And I know I sent you 1,000 messages a week. And I really appreciate you always being there for us, supporting us. Texas Tech is creating an incredible innovation community. We're leading the innovation right here in West Texas, and we're empowering community members, faculty, students to chase their dreams, to chase a journey that not a lot of people do because it is scary, and they are here to support you. I'm really proud of everyone. We're super happy to be here. Congratulations for your accomplishments, and I can't wait to see more what you guys accomplish in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mateus. Your get it done and enthusiasm for your work has inspired all of us along the way, and it's been an honor to work with you. And we'll look forward to hearing how many university contracts you have in the not too distant future. Sound good? Okay, excellent. All right, I seem to have skipped over. I got very excited at the beginning, and I skipped over Campus Live as the first team to present. So I'd like to go back to them and have Marcus get his presentation ready. This is a multi-platform collegiate media company with the goal of informing and engaging college fans of the exciting things happening at the schools they attend. So Marcus, if you would, go ahead and take it away.
All right, thank you. Really excited to be here today. I want to congratulate Cohort 5 on your accomplishment. This is a big deal. I want to thank Kimberly and the entire staff here at the Texas Tech Innovation Hub, Dr. Heppert. I would put this accelerator program up against any in the entire country. I'm excited to tell you my story today and the accomplishments we were able to achieve throughout our year-long program here in Cohort 4. What I love most about Campus Live is when we started the accelerator program, well, we entered a world pandemic. So it was a little scary for Campus Live. It was just myself and our director of brand development, Reagan Heston. And it got a little scary, but that's part of the story here. And really credit, the team here at the Innovation Hub, the city of Lubbock, Texas Tech University, because without them, I don't know what would have happened with our company. But quite the opposite took place. And again, I credit the accelerator program. We grew during the pandemic. We learned to pivot, and we actually grew and added 3 more full-time employees during this year-long program. So to go from 1 month, we were about to close the doors, but I knew we were starting the accelerator program the next month. And I just trusted that process, trusted this team of mentors that you see here. And together we figured out a way to actually find a silver lining and allow Campus Live to thrive. But it's this team right here that just comes to work every day. They've come with positive thoughts, energy, ideas, and we're a media company at Campus Live, and we want to change media. And so I want to say a big thank you to our lead mentor, Kimberly Graham. Very honored to have you as my lead mentor. A lot of advice. Kimberly's the best in the industry. And I'm just super thankful that she served as our lead. Jean Evans, I couldn't say enough about you. You're just amazing. She brings just this amazing business mindset, always there to help us. Kevin Souls was an amazing legal counsel. Mike White, thank you. He's a genius when it comes to numbers. And that was my weakness. So Mike and I had many, many conversations about getting our books and P&Ls in order. So thank you, Mike. And of course, Lloyd, he's a legend here in Lubbock in the media and advertising world. So thank you all. Campus Live, we're a media company, and we're a collegiate media company at that, with the sole mission of informing campus communities of the fun and exciting things happening at the schools they love. And I say schools plural because my vision for Campus Live is that hundreds of schools across the nation should have a Campus Live. And that's what we came into the accelerator with the mindset of, to scale the company. And we've done that. And I'm excited to show you here in a bit how we've been able to achieve that. As any other media and news outlet, our sole coverage is Texas Tech and Lubbock. We cover everything: Texas Tech sports, alumni news, Greek life, academics that we're proud of here, innovation, fun things happening in the community. But we do this by staying away from what every other media company will give to you every day. And it's that depressing news. That's the problem in media. A lot of media can be sad, depressing, heartbreaking. And so what we wanted to do at Campus Live is form a collegiate media company that stays away from topics like crime in the Lubbock community. You won't get that from us. Politics, COVID. You should be informed about COVID. You should know about crime in Lubbock and city government and all of those things. But every other media company and news outlet in this community, both locally and nationally, will give that to you every single day. And so what we wanted to do at Campus Live is create something unique and dynamic that's very different. And whether you're a current student, an alumni of this university, or just a proud community member, Campus Live is for you. So how we did that at Campus Live is we launched several lines, and we actually began generating revenue. We started off small and then got into the accelerator. And I think just another testament to the accelerator in the midst of a pandemic. These are the ways we went to market to make money. We have a TV broadcast that's strictly on social media. We have a sports show that's got a national it's got a national brand sponsoring it. Digital news in the palm of your hand every day about Texas Tech and Lubbock. Fun things to do for families, things happening on the weekend, stuff for alums to do, keeping students in the loop of things. And it's just about that engagement. Over the past 6 months, we've been able to reach 250,000 unique eyeballs, which I think is just phenomenal. And it goes to show that something like this is needed. So when I entered the Innovation Hub and the accelerator competition, I had to kind of give my vision for the company. But what I'm very proud of is we accomplished expanding to other schools, so much so that we actually have Reagan Heston on our team, who is actually in Fort Worth full-time, leading Campus Live TCU, and this is all being done by Red Raiders. And so we have expanded to Campus Live TCU, and we now have a Campus Live UT. I credit our amazing team who comes into work every single day, does research at these college campuses and communities, and we pump out all of this content, get great engagement at these schools, and it's all being done by Red Raiders. Our goal in the future is that we want to have local boots on the ground at every school, but it's just phenomenal to see that a group right here at Texas Tech and from the Texas Tech Innovation Hub is doing this and getting that kind of engagement. Key accomplishments, I have to give credit to the accelerator program. Again, you know, we didn't make too much money going into it. We had just made about 75 grand in advertising sales, but 1 month, you know, kind of thinking we were going to close our doors. We looked at what we made while in the accelerator program, and we literally tripled our sales in the middle of a pandemic. So huge credit to our mentors, to this place, to Texas Tech, because I don't think we could have done it without them. Key learnings, you know, we learned in customer discovery that a media company like this is needed. We had a 100% positive response rate when we did customer discovery, that a brand like this is kind of the break away from all the media craziness that you get every single day of your life. And that's what we wanted at Campus Live. In a world where you're going 100 miles on social media, how does this logo here generate a stop on your social media? Because you know it's going to be something fun and engaging about the school you love and the community you love. So where we're at next with Campus Live, my 5-year vision for the company and business plan is to be at 4 schools in 5 years. We're excited that we are currently at 3 of those schools. Where we're going to go next is Campus Live, Texas A&M. And then again, we want to have local boots on the ground teams at every location. Currently, we have office in Lubbock, and then Reagan's leading our office in the Fort Worth and TCU market. And I'm just loving the growth. My advice to you who are sitting there at cohort 5, you should be very proud of yourself, honored that you made it into the accelerator program. This is a very prestigious honor. I would say, please just be coachable, ask questions, learn from your mentors, and you got to work hard and hustle. That's it. You can't just go to these meetings and you know, take notes and not put it into action. You got to get out there and you got to make something happen. You're dealing with the best industry leaders and the mentors here. I credit Kimberly and the entire mentor team. We couldn't have done it without them. I love seeing our success. I wish you much success. And I just want to thank everybody who's been part of it, my family, friends, all the great staff at Campus Live, and then of course our loyal fans. So thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Marcus. I'm super proud of you. I mean, I remember the moments where you were really, really concerned about what was going to happen next. And I applaud the fact that we ended up being able to have you land on your feet. You dug in, and it shows in the results, in your revenue, in your growth. And I hope to see that you have every Texas school signing up to be a part of this. And we're excited to see your growth going forward. So thanks for being such a great student as an entrepreneur and CEO. All right, next up is Good Line Beer. Good Line Beer is a hybrid production brewery and tap room focusing on providing equally high quality beers and tap room experience for the fine, thirsty folks in Lubbock. The mentors of this team are Tracy Shea, Mike White, Preston Wickersham, Steve High, and Kimberly Graham. So I see Steve's representing. He's got his Good Line Beer hat on. So Sean, Chris, please go ahead, take it away.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks, everyone. Good afternoon. We are Good Line Beer Company. My name is Sean Phillips, and Troutman, my founder, is on with us here today. We're going to talk to you a little bit about our experience in the program and who we are. So the concept behind Good Line is that we are a taproom brewery. The Brewers Association designates taproom breweries as a brewery that basically serves the majority of its beer on site over the counter and does a little bit of retail and bar restaurant distribution. And we don't have significant food operations. So our main business model is that we sell 2 mutually complementary products, great beer and a great experience. So you're always going to be able to come in and get, you know, the beer that you know we'll have, our flagships, our mainstays, but we're always going to have something new and exciting. And we really just want to be a place for everyone at third space in the community, where whether you love beer, whether you're new to beer, maybe if you don't like beer at all, we're going to have something for you. We can serve as, you know, a community gathering place for the Tech Terrace neighborhood in Lubbock. The opportunity or the problem that we saw is that Lubbock is just especially underserved when it comes to craft breweries based on the amount of people that are in our community. So Texas overall ranks 47th in breweries per capita. And you can tell based on the number of breweries in our city that we're especially underserved. The brewing scene has grown in the last few years, but there's still just a bunch of room for more growth, and we saw that. We wanted to provide a neighborhood experience. Some of the breweries in town are, out of the way, they're limited in capacity, hours, they're part of a restaurant, and we just wanted to focus on good beer in a great location and be that neighborhood hub. So our location in Tech Terrace, we feel is ideal for our concept of a friendly, accessible neighborhood tap room. So some of our accomplishments over the year that we've been in this program, there's been a lot and we've come a long way, as you can see. We established our company. We filed our LLC, which is a big step, of course. We completed our business plan and our company agreements, but really where we really started to hit our stride was we started dialing in all our financial projections, our corporate structure, and that was big thanks to our mentor team and everyone who was helping us as part of this program to really help us dial that in. During this process, we also really stress tested our business model by completely flipping it upside down. When COVID first hit, we were really thinking about, well, our business model is based on people gathering in close quarters in a building, which is not great given the circumstances the world was in. So we flipped our business model completely upside down, the pivot that everyone's talking about. And we said, well, what if we were not the taproom brewery and we were a production brewery? And what does that look like with limited hours and mainly just being production and retail and wholesale distribution? So we went down that path really, really far. We were looking at locations, we were looking at different systems, and our mentors were great in helping us throughout that process and really helping us wrap our minds around what if our business is going to be completely different than what we envisioned it initially. We learned a lot about what our customers wanted through the process of completing our customer discovery interviews. That really helped us get out of our heads a little bit and really focus in on what the customers are going to want. Chris and I think we have a really great idea of what makes a good tap room and what makes a good brewery and what makes great beer, but it's short-sighted to focus fully on that. And learning from our customers and our neighborhood base was really, really powerful. Another big accomplishment is we did transition from, initially we were going to be leasing our property and being tenants of that building and running our business that way. We got the opportunity to purchase the building, and that really changed our entire business model. It significantly increased our project cost and really changed what we were going to have to go out and raise and get through equity funding, through our SBA loans and things like that. The next point, it should say we refined and refined and refined and refined, and then finally presented our pitch deck to multiple audiences because in the beginning, we were like, this is the best pitch deck ever. This is amazing. And we got up there and it was, I think, just way too personal and not focused on the business enough. And then we probably swung the pendulum way too far the other direction because the next time we gave it, they were like, that was all good. Your numbers are great and your concept is good, but we learned about you as, owners and what your passion is. So really getting in to that sweet spot with our mentors was a big accomplishment on our part. And then two of the biggest things that happened during this year is we did secure SBA loan approval for our project, and we completed our equity fundraising here in the last few weeks. So we are full steam ahead and ready to start construction and building out our brewery in Tech Terrace. So we've learned a lot, but I'm going to focus in on these four things that I think were concrete things that we really improved upon as we went through the program. Through the help of the mentors and the hub camp sessions that we were a part of each month, we learned how to really dial in our numbers, how to work with banks and lenders, of course, how to pitch to potential investors and be able to communicate in that language and speak that speak. Through customer discovery, we really learned what our customers want and also, excuse me, how to adapt. So how to adapt. Obviously, I talked about our big pivot and doing that, running that model, but also just how to adapt our own thinking and not being so, in our own heads, and really being able to listen and be coachable to some of the things that we may have been missing when we first came into the program. So those are our accomplishments and some of our key learnings. And I'm going to hand it over to Chris now to talk about where we're going next.
All right, as you can see, we kicked off the project in 2017. I won't hit all these bullet points, but you can see we've accomplished a lot prior to getting into the accelerator, but most, as Sean mentioned, there are most key accomplishments during the accelerator, which really helped us cross the finish line and get to the point where, regarding next steps, we will be closing on our loan by the end of this month, which is a huge accomplishment. We're very excited about that. And then breaking ground in early May. After that, we'll be working through construction through the remainder of the summer, acquiring all of our licensing, and then hopefully building out our tap room, getting our equipment, bring our first couple batches of beer in the fall, and then best case scenario that everything works, our best laid plans work out. We hope to be serving beer in late 2021, early 2022, which is something we're very, very excited about. And Sean, you want to switch the slide? All right, and finally, we want to thank our team of mentors. We appreciate that. I think they were probably one of the more invaluable aspects of the program for us. We had mentors that were very diversified in the talents and experience that they brought to our team. We had mentors that were very experienced with helping us navigate the SBA world, putting our numbers together to help us acquire that loan. Mentors that had a lot of experience and insight in the investor world and helped us complete that equity raise and like Sean said, refine our equity, our tech. Mentors who brought a lot of PR and media experience with them, which was invaluable, especially now moving into the next phase of where we're going. And then also just great networking and depth of network and referrals, which panned out to several of the members that we have on our team moving forward. So we want to thank all of our mentors. We want to thank the hub, Tasha, Kim, Jean. Thank you, Jean. Good to see you again. And also, Sean and I want to, thank our wives for supporting us through this program, which has been a whole lot to do, but very valuable in the end. So thank you, everybody.
Great work, Goodline. I think that y'all deserve the iteration award when you say you went from one to this whole other concept and developed a whole nother model throughout the program. It's powerful what you learned. I was impressed by the way you handled that, and I think I could probably speak for the rest of the mentors to say we're super proud of where you're at today. I'll also put this out there that I think that we should have an Innovation Hub Accelerator beer night at Goodline Beer when you all open. All right, thank you guys. All right. Next up is PCOS. This is a research proven based application solution to help women diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome that provides a nutrition guide, grocery list, recipes, BMI tracker, motivational videos, and resources for support. This research is over decades of work for Dr. Jennifer Fye. Her mentors are Priya Gill, Nick Bergfeld, Alejandra Marin, Sandra Ryan, and Tim Dallas. Dr. Fye, if you would please take it away.
Thank you so much, Kimberly, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to tell you about our business, which is PCOS Innovations. And my team members are Dr. Allie Chappell. She's a registered dietitian and has her PhD in nutritional sciences from Texas Tech. And my medical partner, Dr. Joe Wong, who is a reproductive endocrinologist as well. I am also a reproductive endocrinologist. So We'll be talking about polycystic ovary syndrome, which is the most common endocrine problem affecting young women. It affects at least 1 in 10 women and increases a woman's risk of diabetes, heart disease, infertility, and cancer, and makes it extremely difficult for these women to lose weight, leading to obesity and other healthcare problems. And traditional medical treatment has had very little success. It includes medications such as metformin, which has a lot of side effects, caloric restriction, which certainly isn't fun, and exercise, often without good outcomes. So we have really been working on a research project clinically to find new solutions and treatment options for these women. And we discovered something. So with Dr. Ali Chappell, we were able to devise a nutritional guide that is really helpful for these women to help them lose weight, improve their cardiovascular health, correct their insulin and glucose, and to help them be more fertile. So this is Judy Davis. And Judy was a woman with PCOS who read about our research in the Lubbock Avalanche Journal. And she contacted our office and wanted to come in and be seen as a patient because she was really eager to try something new. She had suffered with PCOS her whole life and had tried every diet under the sun, but was still willing to try something new. So when I met Judy, she was 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 309 pounds. She had diabetes, heart disease, depression. She was scheduled to have knee replacement surgery and just could barely walk with a cane. And she heard about our nutritional recommendations. She decided to just commit to it. And within a year, Judy lost 100 pounds, which was the equivalent weight of these 2 grandchildren. And she was able to get off all of her previous medications and didn't have to have knee replacement, and has just been such an inspiration to all of us that if Judy can do it, anyone can do it and achieve success with this plan. So our nutritional plan is different. I'd hate to even call it a diet because one can eat unlimited lean meats and healthy fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds for snacking. It does not require calorie counting or keeping up with carbs or fats or a food point system. No tracking of the foods are needed. And it doesn't require exercise to be successful. And women can have a glass of red wine a day, an ounce of cheese, and an ounce of chocolate, which we found makes women much happier and more willing to give the nutritional guide a try. So in December 2019, we were very fortunate to receive the TTU HSC President's Innovation Award. And this was directed towards website development, which we called PCOSdiet.com. And one of my favorite things to say is that the Innovation Hub makes great things happen fast. And by January 2020, we launched the website and have had 465 sales. So this includes a diet guide, a video, and recipes that help women to navigate and understand how the nutritional guide works, and to give them some tips on recipes and instruction. So we quickly learned through customer discovery that women wanted an app. So they liked the nutrition guide, but they really wanted something on their phone that would be very handy to look at when they're at the store and to kind of meal plan for the week. And so we were able to apply for and we're so grateful to receive the support through iLaunch and the Accelerator Program, Prototype Award, and also the National Science Foundation to be able to make this initial version of our app a reality. So in December, we launched PCOSU.com, which is a web-based app. We have 90 monthly subscribers so far, and current features are instructional videos, a customizable grocery list feature, recipes and tips for eating out, and my very favorite are the testimonials and motivational videos of women that have achieved success with this plan where other treatments have failed. I'm so fortunate to work with Allie and Joe. They are so knowledgeable. We've all had a lot of years of education at different programs, and it's been so wonderful to be able to collaborate and put all of our knowledge together for this project. So to go over some highs and lows, I'd say one of the greatest highlights was when we checked our sales and had 97 sales in 48 hours after our project was aired on a news station for Lubbock, Amarillo, and Austin. I personally felt it was very exciting to learn how to schedule and host Zoom meetings, because this is not my area of expertise. And when we launched our minimal viable product, or MVP, it just felt like a dream come true. So many hours and so much work and learning new skills. To be able to see it and see people using it on their phones has been amazing. There were definitely some low points, and for the new cohort coming in, I think if you aren't having low points, then you probably aren't getting out there and pushing yourself enough. So one low point I can remember was when we were launching our app, and it was over the New Year break, and we sent 370 personalized individual emails with a link that didn't work to our app. So that was very humbling, but we got through it. Negotiating job duties and equity with people that you care about and you're working closely with, it is difficult, because you're all working hard, you all likely have other responsibilities, and to be able to define each other's duties and hold one another accountable, it's really hard. And we ran out of money, which I hear is quite common with startups. And so certainly we had such generous support from many funding opportunities. But, when you're pushing and getting a lot of things accomplished, especially coding, we definitely did run out of money, but found a way to keep ourselves afloat and have been on the right track since. So my advice to the new cohort coming in is to please communicate with your team members. You're all here together because you believe in something, you have a vision, you're very talented, and the communication is just really key. There is something called a Gantt chart that you will learn to navigate, and I just suggest looking at that right away. There are monthly expectations and job assignments. It really makes distributing those tasks easier when you start using that Gantt chart right away. I would also say to schedule time for yourself out of your normal busy schedule to focus on your reading assignments and the Lean Launchpad videos. And the more time you individually put into this project, the more you're going to get out of it. And definitely prepare to be uncomfortable. I think that being a physician is much easier than being a CEO, and so it is okay. You will learn new things and you will be humbled. And I just think believe in yourself and your team, shoot for the stars. And something that someone told me and as we went along was, you wouldn't be here if someone didn't believe in you. And certainly you're going to be with really an elite group of people, and you're going to learn a lot from each other. But just remember, you accomplished this and were allowed into the program because they believe in you. So I'm going to try not to cry. I told everyone I would try not to cry on this slide, but Kimberly and Tasha and Ganga, I put you in a column because that's what you are, is just the cornerstone of our success, and all the meetings and gentle reminders and Zoom meeting organizations and support, letters of recommendation. We just can't possibly say thank you enough. None of this would be happening without the Lubbock Economic Development Alliance. We are so thankful, and our program, our project is bringing jobs. We have 3 interns, and we're preparing to hire a new full-time person to help manage our business. And so that's bringing attention and growth and prosperity to our community. And to our mentors, Priya Gill and Nick Bergfeld, Alejandra Marin, Tim Dallas, and Sandy Ryan. Thank you for the generous time that you've given. Thank you for telling us what we needed to hear, not what we wanted to hear, and for just all the long hours and really making us feel like you wanted us to be successful. And Priya, most of all, thank you for not killing us. Thank you for being available 24/7, for really helping us to be the best team we possibly could be. And to the new cohort coming in, just put on your seatbelt, listen to your mentors. They're going to guide you and take you to great places this year. You're in for a thrilling experience, and we thank you for this opportunity. It was the chance of a lifetime.
Wow, thank you, Jennifer. That was amazing. Your graciousness and gosh, there's so much to say here. I wish I just had an hour to share some of the experiences. I know how much you and your team have grown, and you're truly a special person. We love the development of your concept, and I'm going to try not to cry here. I mean, oh my gosh, the things that you do for women, it's just powerful. So we'll just leave it at that and we'll get back on track because I think I'm going to cry. We love you and thank you for all you do for us here in Lubbock and being so representative of what this means.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, gather myself here. I'm going to get off time, Kim. Okay, next up is TheraPoints. TheraPoints has developed a tool that aids in the cognition of fine motor control to regain functional capacity in fingers. And so the mentors of this team were John Smothers, Robert Robinson, John Duffy, Mark Nair, Anthony Presley, Nick Bergfeld, and Robert. Oh, that's Robert. Robert gets recognized twice. He's listed here twice. Please take it away. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we sure can.
Great. Okay. My name is Sierra Singleton. I am an occupational therapist and the founder of TheraPoints. I have, like I said, a background in occupational therapy and 14 years of experience working with people with disabilities. And it was actually while I was an occupational therapy student that I came up with TheraPoints. I was working with Linda here, who had recently had a stroke. She had lost a lot of function in one side of her body. This really impacted her ability to work and to take care of herself. So she moved in with a friend. And I was thinking about ways I could help her. And I came up with this new treatment tool. And it worked great with Linda. I was excited about it, but I didn't think it would necessarily go anywhere. But TheraPoints came to be. So through TheraPoints, which is rewiring the brain and the fingers to work together, basically, Linda was able to return to work and type again and take care of herself again. It was an awesome, awesome story to watch unfold before me. But like I said, I'm the sole founder, and so I jumped in, thanks to Tasha, to the iLaunch competition. I did really well in the iLaunch competition, but that was 2 weeks after the idea came to be, so that's really all it was at the time. People then encouraged me to jump into the accelerator program, and I thought, I can't do that yet. I'm not ready for that. I've got two fieldwork rotations left to do. I have my licensing exam. So I actually set it down for a year, and I had a lot of people tell me that I would never pick it back up. But lo and behold, I came back a year later, and I jumped right into the accelerator program with both feet. And thank you for that $25,000 grant. It was huge in just getting TheraPoints going. And with customer discovery, I've now gone through 3 different versions of this workbook and this treatment tool and what it would look like. It's been a crazy journey. So what did that look like? I started a business. As the sole founder, I started a business this year. I did have a lot of naysayers that told me, one, I couldn't do it by myself, but also that it was just a project, that it was something that I saw as just something to occupy my spare time. Well, that simply just isn't true. I get so excited anytime there's a new official document coming in, because again, I started this as just an idea, and the accelerator has helped it to blossom. So seeing my LLC being filed with the state, opening up my business bank account for the first time, getting in my sales tax permit, my trademark documents, my website going live, and then just this week getting in my first order. It has been an awesome and crazy stressful journey that has gone really, really fast. But all of those things were evidence that I had learned something, or that I had reached a new milestone, that I was developing my business. But the difficulty of doing it on my own was that if something was impacting me, it was impacting my company. And let me tell you, there are a lot of things that impacted me this year. COVID, to start with, working in a skilled nursing facility with the geriatric population during COVID. My husband lost his job this year because of COVID. I lost my nephew. My husband and I moved this year. All of those things are just real life things, but they impacted me, so they impacted my company. But the accelerator was a huge guiding force behind all of it. It gave me deadlines to work under, which was really good for me. And then in the midst of all that, you can see here, we've had a little bit of fun in the mentor meetings. We were able to kind of laugh together, doing it all through Zoom. And like I said, it's just been a crazy but awesome journey so far. Moving forward a little bit, again, taking this from an idea to a business. So our biggest thing is focusing on sales. My goal is for 2021 to gross $100,000 and then to present at the AOTA conference, hopefully live next year. And you can see here just a few of the changes that we made, going from my little notebook with my chicken scratch into a little more professional look, and then hiring somebody else to help also with the day-to-day processes. So this was just a small snapshot of what I have gone through this year. But what can I bestow upon you guys as cohort 5? I'm so excited for you to see where your business goes. The biggest thing for me was asking for help. The business world was totally new to me, so I navigated it by asking questions. Reach out to your mentors between those mentor meetings as well if you need it. If they don't know the answer, but they know somebody else who does, make those connections. Those connections will save your booty. And then if you can, have your mentor meetings after the hub camps. Mine were immediately prior. And so that will help you a lot to be able to ask clarifying questions very quickly as you're taking in that massive amount of information at each hub camp. There are a million things to work on. You're starting a new business, but work on one at a time. Stay focused to do it one at a time and do it scared. You have to learn a lot along the way. Do it scared, but do it. And then do the milestones, because even if you don't feel like it's something that's helping you right now, or maybe it doesn't apply to your business right now, doing it and going through the process of learning it is helping you to learn something for the future. Everything that's built into the accelerator program has a purpose. So I highly recommend you do all of that. And then move quickly, or fail quickly if you have to. If something isn't working, move on. For me specifically, I was working with one company who does really good work, but it was like pulling teeth trying to communicate with them and get some information from them. I eventually did move on to this other company who also did really good work, but communicated really well. But in this time of trying to pull teeth and get information, I believe it cost me about 2 months. And so move quickly, learn from my mistake, keep going. The biggest thing that I want to say though today is just thank you. Thank you to my husband, to my family, to the mentors. Wow, my mentors, for your guidance and your patience with me throughout this process. Tasha for telling me about it and getting me roped into the Innovation Hub, to the rest of the Hub team and TTU for this accelerator program. It really is fabulous and it's helped me get this thing going. And then to Lita for the funding. You guys have helped to build this foundation from which to launch TheraPoints, and I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
All right, thank you, Sierra. Awesome job. So proud of you. I think that your sharing of your vulnerability there is going to go a long way for the incoming teams to think about some of the things that seem to can elude us in the very beginning and overwhelm us because there's so much to do. And if you're not a business person, these are very new things. They're very new things. I thought you gave some really terrific insights there. So thank you so much for that. Okay, we are going to move on to the next area of today's presentation, and this is where we recognize our mentors. And so let me share a few facts with you. The total mentor hours over the past year were 5,870. And the way that we calculate this, because we consider our mentors experts, expert entrepreneurs, expert accountants, attorneys, and we give this a value of $250 an hour. And for every team, the mentors meet with these companies monthly for 90 minutes, but there's so much that goes on in between those meetings. They contribute, and so we keep track of how much time they spend with these teams. And so I want to applaud all of the mentors of the Innovation Hub for their contributions to the progress of our innovators and entrepreneurs. And again, I'll just say it again, because we couldn't do it without you. We have a special award for the Mentor of the Year. This year, our Mentor of the Year is Mike Ryan. And Mike Ryan, he's a faculty member in the Rawls College of Business. And this is a person, if you don't know Dr. Ryan, who just doesn't say no to helping and supporting our entrepreneurs and innovators. He's always willing to contribute. Last year, now remember, he has a full-time job as a faculty member, and he runs the Center for Small Business and Family Enterprises over in the Rawls College of Business. He contributed 631 hours, which is unbelievable. He is an NSF I-Corps teaching instructor, so he teaches in our I-Corps program. He hosts hub camps. He also instructs the seminars in our advanced hub camp, which is part of the Texas Tech Accelerator. And he does so much for us. He is someone that we consider an expert in entrepreneurship education and a true champion for all of you that participate in our programming. So we want to thank Dr. Mike Ryan for all this service, and we have an award for you. And I'm sorry we can't see you in person right now to give you a big hug and share that with you, but thank you so much for being an amazing mentor and friend to the Innovation Hub. We love you.
Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it.
Are you in your,
congratulations.
Are you in your car?
Thank you. I am. I'm in Jersey right now.
Excellent. Well, be safe. And thank you. Thank you so much for being such an amazing human, really. The next award we give out is for the Mentor Team of the Year. And so this is really an important award because the teams are given surveys after every one of their 12 mentor meetings, and they have to fill out these surveys, and it's a rubric. And this is also a way for the team to say, hey, we need extra help in this area so we can recruit a new mentor, or if they're having any trouble with things, the team, my team, the Innovation Hub team is alerted and we can help them. So we calculate all of these surveys for all of the meetings, and this year, the mentor team of the year is critical. That team is made up of Todd Knowlton, Mike Ryan, Preston Wickersham, Jordy Mormon, and Tim Dallas. So every meeting, they got a 5 out of 5. And so our hats go off to you, and thank you, Mateus, for telling us how you couldn't have done this without your mentors. And so we know that these mentors contributed additional hours to the to the monthly mentor meetings, and 8 out of the 11 mentor surveys, because we just had one recently, these are the data from a month prior, they recorded, you had 8 out of 11, you had 8 out of 11, let me get this right, 8 out of 11 mentor meetings, all of your mentors were present. So, so that's a great accomplishment as well. So our hats go off to critical mentors. You will get, each will get an award for your participation. But, and a drum roll, please, we have another announcement. There is another mentor team of the year, and that is PCOS. That is Priya Gill, Nick Bergfeld, Alejandra Marin, Sandra Ryan, and Tim Dallas. They also scored 5 out of 5 for every mentor meeting. So we didn't feel it was right for us to choose who was going to win the award. So we're giving you the award for Mentor of the Year team as well. So thank you for all your additional contributions to the development of this team. We track those hours. You guys are awesome. Congratulations to all of our mentors this year. Job well done. All right, so now we're moving on to our 1-minute elevator pitches. We're getting close to the end of today's event. We have 1-minute elevator pitches for our incoming cohort number 5. Mentors, get your ears peeled back, because now we are going to decide the mentors that will help these teams move through the Texas Tech Accelerator for the 2021 year. And so what we do is we like for everyone to hear these presentations, and we'll set up some matching times for mentors to meet with these teams. And then the teams and the mentors can give us their top 3 list for who they'd like to work with. And then we'll help you to develop that whole mentor team advisory group for each one of these companies. So this is the order we're going to have these elevator pitches in today, and then we will close with some remarks from Carolyn Rowley representing LEDA today. So let's get started, and we'll have Tracy with Business Planning System give his 1-minute elevator pitch.
BPS, or Business Planning System, is a web app and SaaS company that helps ensures entrepreneurs create financially and operationally realistic business plans. We do that by programmatically identifying unrealistic expectations while business plans are being created, so that our users can correct their misassumptions or misexpectations before giving their lenders a fundamentally flawed plan. We serve rural entrepreneurs seeking less than $250,000 in financing, as well as the rural funding entities that they serve, or that they seek financing from, through either a monthly subscription or an annual license purchase. We currently have a low fidelity MVP developed, and we're ready to do additional customer discovery to inform the features of our prototype and the launch of our live product in 2022. I'm Tracy Shea, the CEO. And I do have experience running and building businesses, but I've never run a tech company, and I've never grown one of my own companies to a national or international audience. And I want to surround myself with people who have and learn from them. I look forward to doing that over the next year with you. And I'm open to answer any questions whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Congratulations on being one of our finalists and being welcomed into the 2021 TTU Accelerator program.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Sipdar, and I want to congratulate Sipdar. You're making us look good at the National I-Corps program. You're in the top 3, and so I want to just recognize that very quickly. That is no small undertaking. You're making us Red Raiders really proud. So go ahead, and Sipdar, let's go ahead and give us your 1-minute elevator pitch.
Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. So Sipdar, we are Sipdar, or Cultural Informed Pain Diagnosis and Relief. Our mission is to provide multilingual, multimodal, and multidimensional chronic pain care for linguistically and culturally diverse patients. So our team is comprised of myself and 2 of my doctoral students. We are all researchers at the Department of Psychological Sciences here at Texas Tech. Just a little background, chronic pain is the costless medical problem in America. And the problem that we SIPDAR address is that the accurate diagnosis and treatment for chronic pain relies heavily on communication between doctors and their patients. And communication of pain is a difficult task in general, but it's harder for people with limited English proficiency. So SIPDAR, we offer, so we offer a multilingual, multimodal, multiculturally informed diagnostic technology that has 3 features: language assistance that is culturally informed, nonverbal pain assessment, and biopsychosocial treatments. We are currently, as Kimberly said, participating in the National I-Corps program, and I have been in school all my life as an academic, so I'm really excited to learn more of a business aspect of it and how my research can be used in real life. So I'm very excited to learn a lot from iHelp mentors and all staff members.
All right, thank you, SIPDAR. Congratulations on being in cohort number 5. Next up is Ogallala Greens. Take it away, Ogallala Greens.
Hi there, I'm Corey Roof, owner and operator of Ogallala Greens, the first hydroponic vegetable producer in West Texas. Simply put, West Texas does not grow enough of its own produce. This region is largely a produce desert, and nearly all of it is imported from the Rio Grande Valley or California. Because of this, the produce is limp, it retains a short shelf life, and it does not contain the nutrition or flavor produce shoppers crave. Leafy greens and vegetables hydroponically grown in these controlled environments are more flavorful and nutritious as a result of growing in perfect conditions. They have a longer shelf life because they are harvested locally and they do not have to travel thousands of miles in the bed of a truck. This means a smaller carbon footprint and a sizable reduction in the potential for contamination. Here at Ogallala Greens, we are going to use existing hydroponic technology to provide West Texas with the freshest possible produce that is bursting with flavor, packed with nutrition, and grown right here in Lubbock County.
And I can't wait. Thank you. All right, congratulations to you for being in cohort number 5. Next up is QRS 3D. Please take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia. I'm the entrepreneurial lead for QRS 3D. Our product is a 3D printer that allows for the rapid dual printing and curing of strong parts for oil and gas applications, unlike most 3D printers today that render weak parts and that takes several hours to cure. So suppose you're an oil and gas manager running operations out in the middle of nowhere in a remote location when suddenly key components break, such as tubing or other parts, or simply go missing during operations. So, and you don't happen to have any spares on site. So what do? Pause or delay operations and then place an order for replacement. Well, shipment of these components can take days, if not weeks, several weeks, if not months at a time. All while this is happening, downtime is going up, and downtime for these companies can cost anywhere from $60,000 to upwards of $200,000 per hour. Well, that's where a 3D printer comes in. With a QRS 3D on site, you'll simply upload your design, get to printing, and then get back to work. Saves you time, money, all while boosting your productivity. So that's us, QRS 3D.
Thank you, Cynthia. Congratulations on being in cohort number 5. Next up is Surgic.
Hi, I'm Travis Reese. I'm a 24-year-old with a background in mechanical engineering right here from Texas Tech University. I've been a problem solver my entire life and always valued the search for answers. I believe science is that search for answers. Science creates new technology that drives humanity forward. What better example of that than surgery? Surgeons have to spend a decade of their life studying science to become an expert in their field. And in the operating room, the stakes are as high as it gets for a surgeon, life or death. That's why I'm so excited that our new tiny company formed right here in West Texas, Surgic, has developed an innovation with surgeons of TTUHSC and engineers of Texas Tech to improve how surgeons train for their careers. We hope Surgic is the next major step in medical training technology. And we're really excited to be a part of this cohort. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next up is Think It Through.
Hi, I'm Sarah Kiani. I'm a physician, I'm an internal medicine physician and also the associate program director. And I'm very heavily involved in medical education within the Texas Tech University. My co-founder is John Chubuk, who is a biomedical engineer and a medical student as well. And so to tell you a little bit more about thinking through and what we're trying to do, let me start with a question. So can a person's ability to drive be judged based on a written driving test? No, of course not. Similarly, a doctor's competence can't really be judged by one written test, which is why starting in 2022, exam scores for USMLE Step 1 will be obsolete. This is a good thing, but it has created a huge problem for med schools because there's a vacuum. In the absence of the score, there's no standardized objective metric to tell apart a good student from a brilliant one. And this distinction is really important for residency placement, which is an extremely competitive outcome of all medical schools. So Think It Through has developed a solution to this problem. And we're actually situated in the perfect landscape to deliver it. So UStudy is the name of our technology, which is a digital software. So what it does is it integrates with the clinical workflow, and it has separate very interactive interfaces for the student as well as for the supervising doctors. It tracks the student's progress over time, and it provides the school with a report for the stuff that really matters, the student's efficiency, their hard work, and most importantly, their adaptive learnability, which is the AMA's top priority for medical education for the next 10 years. So we've made about 60% of our MVP, and we're really excited to work with Texas Tech Accelerator to deliver the solution to Texas Tech and then to the broader medical community. Thanks.
Thank you, Think It Through. Congrats on being in cohort number 5. And our final team that will present today is Twine. Please take it away.
Good afternoon. We are Twine, and our mission is to change how scholars look for collaboration. Academia is a very competitive market because scholars compete for jobs, grants, and recognition among colleagues. Publications are the key to success as they determine how quickly a researcher climbs the career ladder. However, a highly intensive working routine of faculty members and PhD students leaves almost no time for scholarly writing. As a result, scholars choose to team up with each other to complete their publication as it is faster and more convenient. But the market's still missing an appropriate tool for matching scholars based on their ideas. Therefore, we are presenting Twine, a professional matching site for academic collaboration. Our service will play the role of the marketplace where scholars will easily look for teammates ready to collaborate on research projects and scholarly articles. Unlike other services, Twine is all about meaningful partnerships and shows people who are looking for teammates. So thank you so much.
Well, congratulations to all of you in cohort number 5. We're super excited to work with you. So that basically concludes today's presentations. I give you all a huge round of applause for all of your work and getting here. And we're going to have closing remarks from Carolyn Rowley. She's my friend, and I'm so proud of the work she and John Osborne do for the city of Lubbock to create opportunities. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I believe it takes a community to raise a startup, and they're at the helm of helping us to do that. Without LEDA's support, it would be very difficult to have programs such as the Texas Tech University Accelerator. Carolyn, welcome. I welcome you to say a few words. Thank you for all you do. Is she on mute?
I am on mute. I love this world we're in right now. I
Can
just
we
said
go
some
to,
really great.
okay, there you go. Thank you. Go ahead. I want to go to.
Sorry about that, everybody. Technology is a challenge sometimes for me, but congratulations to everybody on the teams today. You did a great job. I was so impressed with all of the concepts and how far you've come. It really is exciting to see these startups come into fruition and grow into companies. And, that's just so exciting for a community to host, because that's where our jobs come from. And that's the future of our community. So congratulations, everybody. Look forward to the next cohort. And LEDA is just excited to be part of it, and just excited to see the future. So thanks, and thanks, Kim.
Absolutely. This is fun. I think I have the best job in the world. I'm not sure, but I think I do. And I thank you guys at LEDA for just making it possible, truly. And I'll just say in closing that I'm so impressed by the perseverance, the resilience of cohort number 4, learning all of the skills, developing into strong entrepreneurs. You make us really proud. I'll speak for our mentors in that because I know how they feel about all of you. We are your extended family and community. The entrepreneurship space can be lonely. And what makes us special is that we provide a community that supports you, you and your development. And whether or not your startup today IPOs one day or not, you will take that knowledge with you and you will continue to grow and you'll continue to understand these concepts in a much more sophisticated way. And that's really exciting. It's exciting for the group that's graduating, and it's exciting for the group that's coming into the 2021 Texas Tech Accelerator. So I applaud all of you. I thank you, mentors, Innovation Hub team. You are the best ever. Thank you all. We look forward to seeing cohort number 5 in onboarding on Monday afternoon. We're going to roll up our sleeves and we're going to get started right away. And if any of you need to connect across the cohorts because you want to talk to each other, learn from each other, let my team know. That's a part of the network that you have available to you, regardless if you're incoming or outgoing. So thank you all. Have a wonderful weekend and congrats. See you.